Hey, Joel. Just wondering kind of what's been so difficult about defending Phoenix this season. You guys have been an excellent defensive team, but they've put up over 90 points against you multiple times now.
I don't know. Yeah, I think obviously playing DT and um, I mean they attack the basket. I mean they shot really well tonight. Um, but yeah, I think just communicating. They do a good job in pick and roll situations, so that's on us. Not being fully ready on communicating, but I'm not sure.
In the third quarter, you went off for, I believe, 12 points in that quarter. Offensively, what was working for you then?
I was making shots.
Okay. And then I guess just as a team, I mean, the game was back and forth through three quarters. You guys had a little bit of a lead going into the fourth, and then it's just kind of bombarded. Was that did they bring more energy? Was it the crowd really boosted them? What do you look at as far as kind of what made the difference there?
I mean, there definitely was a momentum shift. I mean, at the end of the day, they made more shots in the fourth than we did. They got more stops than we did, and that kind of separated the game.
And then kind of, I guess, going away just from this game specifically, but just this being the last game between Diana and Sue, and just, you have played with, obviously against Diana now for 7-8 years. And just kind of what is it meant to be a part of this rivalry for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a part of history. Our team is part of history. I'm not so often that you get to play against Hall of Famers and play with Hall of Famers. I've been lucky to be friends with both of them, experienced some great times and memories with them. So obviously it's been an honor to share the court with them.
Thank you, Joel.
And Maz, Peter, go ahead, Maz.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, sorry, but I'm at the baseball game, so excuse the noise in the back. Hey, Jewel, sometimes it's just about the team, really. The other opponent just playing really well, like in the fourth quarter, and they just shot. It's more about what they did.
I didn't really hear your question. Can you say it again?
Yeah, in terms of in the fourth quarter, is it just more about their execution? Just sometimes a team just goes off like that, like Skyler did today.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's basketball. If you can't execute, then you don't usually win games on both ends of the floor. And like I said before, they made more shots in the fourth. They got stops in the fourth. And we didn't execute. So, yeah.
Highs and lows of a season. How quickly do you look at the film, and you got to get back on Sunday and try to kind of get ready for this down stretch? How long do you stay in this game?
That's the beauty of sports in general. And I guess our hectic schedule is that you play pretty quickly. So don't have time to kind of, be in your feelings. But hopefully this feeling that we have as a team motivates us to come out strong and finish games on Sunday and move forward.
Any other questions for Jewel before we let her go? All right, thanks, Jewel. We'll have Breanna Stewart here in just a moment. There were questions for Breanna Stewart. If you have a question, raise that hand. We'll get to you. Maz, go ahead and kick us off.
Hey, Breanna, obviously not quite what y'all were looking for. What happened in the fourth quarter? Was it more in terms of their execution and then some defensive breakdown?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, within, I don't know what it was, but it was under 10. And we had an opportunity to really kind of fight back with that, and we weren't able to. And they hit shots when we didn't. We had some untimely turnovers, but really frustrating giving up that many points in the fourth quarter. We need to be better, and that's really it.
And then how much do you stay in this game with the game on Sunday? Because you got another battle on Sunday.
As you guys know, the season is going by very quickly. Games are coming very fast. I think, there's a lot we can learn from this as far as, coverages we should have been in, miscues, things like that. So I think, we'll take that. I'm sure we'll watch film tomorrow, and then also at the same time, get ready for Atlanta.
Thank you.
Jeff Brown, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah. Hey, Stewie. So Phoenix is the only. Oh, God dang it! Not again. Hold on. Phoenix is the only team to score 90+ points against you guys multiple times this season. What specifically about them makes them a difficult matchup to defend?
I think the fact that, obviously Sky, D, and Sophie. I mean, when you have 3 players score 20, almost 20 points and 20+ points, that's a lot. And, we're giving up 14 threes. I think our defense could just be better. They play small, so it's a little bit different from what we see from other teams, but I don't really have a great answer for you. I don't know. But whatever it is, we need to be better.
And then last game against Chicago, you had just the 3 rebounds and kind of said that, a lot of the rebounding, that's on you. You have to be better. Tonight you have 14. I think that might be a season high.
Yeah.
And so just kind of talk about maybe the mindset going in and to get better at that.
Yeah, that was a big focus of mine, making sure I was able to help my team on the rebounding end. I think that, obviously being aware that they are playing small, and knowing that can get offensive and defensive rebounds. We rebounded them, but still, I think, it wasn't enough. 20 more shots than them is kind of crazy. We just couldn't execute.
And I talked to Jewel about this as well. Obviously this was the last game between Diana and Sue, but you and Jewel have also been a part of this Phoenix Mercury Seattle Storm rivalry now for several years. And I guess just because what does it mean to be a part of this last game for them and just the rivalry in general?
Yeah, I mean, we know every time we play Phoenix, it's going to be tough, whether it's here, away or home. There's just a lot of history between us and respect. And, at the same time, to have Sue and Dee's potentially last regular season game, it's great to be around. It's great to kind of be able to soak in that moment. Obviously, we're on Sue's little, I like to call it Sue's World Tour, where she just, gets appreciated and gets her flowers, but also Breanna, her last game here potentially as well. So I think there's, if anything, that's the good thing to take from today is the way that they were appreciated and celebrated.
Definitely. And then I think last one for me, you guys, the first time you had back-to-back losses since I believe early June. Just kind of where do you go from here?
We got to get better. I think that, this is a part of the journey, and obviously we're not where we want to be. We need to make sure that I think in our next 9 games, we are getting better. We're learning, we're understanding. Mistakes that we made early in the season are not mistakes that we can still make late in the season and going into postseason. And we just have to continue to develop, continue to understand the relationship with one another, how this team plays. And, that starts with everybody kind of looking themselves in the mirror.
Thanks for your time.
Any other questions for Stu before we let her go? All right, thank you. We'll have our Coach Quinn in here in just a minute.
Oh, thanks.
All right, Coach, we'll just open it up just real quick with your just thoughts on tough one tonight.
Tough one. especially in the fourth quarter. Didn't score for a while, couldn't get stops. I thought we played, decent up to that point, and just kind of got out of hand in that fourth quarter. But some positives to take away from it. Got a quick one, on Sunday, so got to move forward.
Jeff Brown, go ahead and kick us off, Jeff.
Yeah, first wanted to check in. What went behind the decision to start Tina over Ezzy in this game?
Just kind of time. I think getting Tina acclimated to our systems, knowing who she is and how she can provide some offensive firepower, and just wanting to get off to a good start.
Is there any, Ezzy's kind of had a couple of slow games, I think 4 points in each of the last two games, where she's kind of had a career year otherwise. I don't know, is that just maybe hitting a little bit, not a rookie wall, obviously, but kind of hitting a little bit of a wall, or what do you see out of that?
Yeah, I hope not. I think today just was the foul trouble, and that wasn't characteristic of her recently, and that kind of got her out of rhythm, and no one knows, but the other day she was under the weather and pushed through that. So taking those two things into account, those are kind of anomalies in my opinion. I think she'll be ready to rock and roll moving forward.
And then what is it about this Phoenix Mercury team? They're the only team that's, you guys are so good defensively, but they're the only team that's scored 90 plus against you multiple times.
Yeah. We talked about it, beforehand. They take a lot of threes. They hadn't shot it efficiently recently, but I just think when they get their threes going, they're hard to guard. You have to pay so much attention to Skylar and Diana, and they're able to play, make, get downhill, and find, make the right reads. But the other aspect of them, they're just tough, and they just go hard in everything that they do. So when they're cooking from the 3-point line, it's kind of hard to stop that.
And this is the first time you guys have lost back-to-back games since like early June.
Yeah.
Kind of where do you go from here? How do you adjust and how do you move forward?
I think just to stay even keeled with everything, understand where we need to grow and continue to get better. If teams are going to zone us, you just got to be able to be efficient in that aspect of it. I think our defense, we can't give up 94 points. We've been so solid this year. We know that when we get stops, we can run and, we can play some good offense, but we can't have any game slippage, and our margin of error is very slim. But, just making sure we look at the film, get better, and pay attention to the details of, every single aspect of our game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Mazvita, go ahead, Maz.
Yeah, having said that, coaches, when you look at an uncovered loss like this, is this more of a one-off or a regression for you in terms just overall, given who you're playing and you're talking about looking for this?
You kind of were choppy, Maz. Did you say was it a one-off? Or
yeah, just in terms how you look at it, one off from the way you lost and then the regression, or was it more of a regression for you?
I'm not sure. I know that sometimes there, this league in particular, you have the games where things kind of get out of hand and you don't have the appropriate energy to sustain and all those things, and you kind of just chalk it up as a one-off. It's a little late in the game to go through this, and so I just want to say I hope that it is, and I hope that we find our groove, and I know we will. It's just a matter of trying to get it done with a sense of urgency.
And how do you balance a sense of urgency with you've got a game on Sunday? Just psychologically taking the team through that and leading through. How do you do that gentle, but be quick but don't hurry, sort of thing?
For sure. It's it is a quick turnaround, and I'm happy that we are playing on Sunday just to kind of get it out of our systems. But it is just that is not getting too high, not getting too low, and making sure that, we change the things that we didn't do great. And that is not through practice, right? But through film and through our preparation. And that's kind of hard, but we've done it this year, and just kind of relying on our group to be professional and just get ready for the next one. Look forward.
Thank you.
Jeff, you still have one more question?
Yeah, so during kind of that fourth quarter rally, I felt like Diana's always filled with energy and temperament, and but I thought the crowd really, got them going. And I know obviously you're expecting really large crowds for you guys these final 3 games. Just talk about needing that for you guys on your home court.
Yeah, I thought this atmosphere was amazing, just from obviously from the fans, that standpoint, but knowing, the magnitude of the game for Dee and Sue, it was great to be a part of that. And I think it impacted in a positive way for them. It was loud, even during timeouts. It was loud for me, because no, I'm not a loud person. So just to communicate. And then when they went on runs, I think everything was more amplified because of the sound, because of the noise. Any little thing you heard, any little thing that they did, the fans were behind, and it really helped. And so, looking forward to having those crowds be our six person, and help us, push us, and propel us, in the moments that help us give energy in specific parts of the game where we will really need it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll see everybody back in Seattle.